me like.
Hey, what's going on, lads and lasses? I'm TheSilverSlasher, and welcome back to the Pokémon X Randomizer Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we finished off the Frost Cavern, and rode a Mamoswine across Route 17, and got here to Anistar City where we fought our rival. And that was pretty much it. It wasn't a heck of a lot, it was just a bit of talking about Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, because I love that game so much so far, and it's all I want to talk about. But then, you know, we didn't do a whole lot because there were 2 6 Pokemon battles, which actually did not take too long. They did not take as long as you'd expect. Either way, we're obviously going to have another one today, and it's going to be with the Anistar City Gym Leader here. So, that'll be fun. Or not. I really don't know what levels she's going to have. You know, the one from the Flare member from last episode had like 52s across the board, basically, and then our rival had 48. So I don't know. I don't know if we can just expect like 52s again, because that won't be the worst thing ever. We made it through one of those. But, you know, if I'm looking at like 55s across the board, that's no fun. That's not going to be good. Either way, we've got a Pharaoh Seed here. We've got a Pharaoh Seed, and I'm going to... I was trying to come up with a pun for Pharaoh Seed, and I very, very immediately realized this is not going to work. I'm not going to be able to come up with a pun or a joke for Pharaoh Seed. I'm like, oh, Ironhead, I Pharaoh see what you're up to. I pulled it out in the end. Also, if I'm talking weird, or if I have to do a lot more cutting than usual, in terms of the video, it is because my throat's been bugging me even more. The coughing is pretty much the same as it's been for the last 95 episodes, but for some reason, also I'm like sitting down a lot, I don't really know why. For some reason, I just keep getting this thing where it's just like in the middle of sentences, or sometimes when I just breathe kind of heavily, I just suddenly just feel like there's like a baseball in my throat. I don't really know what's happening. It's just like this weird, like, I don't know. It's gross and annoying, and I just don't like it. But hopefully it will be done soon. I'm probably gonna have to go back to the doctor. I gotta be honest. I think it's probably about time. It's funny, like an episode or 2 ago I said I'm one of those people who's a little more stubborn about going to the doctor, and I forgot to like say or put something on screen saying, don't be like me. If you don't feel good, you should go to the doctor always. Unless it's like, you know, unless it's something obviously minor and you're like, I think I'll be fine. And it's, you know, doctors can sometimes be expensive, so. But yeah, I'm like, don't put off going to make yourself feel better, ever. That's not a good idea, because if something is legitimately wrong, you don't want to wait on it. But yeah, I don't know. Also, I don't remember there being so many platforms here in a row, just with nobody? Just with no trainers at all. Like, there's gotta be... I was like, I know I'll come up on another one of you eventually, but that was weird. I was like, why have we gone through like 3 or 4 platforms with no one? Orc or Harry? I don't know why I had a moment where I was like, do the construction people in this game, do they look familiar? Do they look like another character, like from a show I've been watching or something? I really don't know. Something about them just looked kind of familiar to me, and I just had to stop and talk about it for a second. What's up, Roggenrola? I really like 3D Roggenrola, exclusively because he kicks his little feets. I mean, look at him. Look at him go. He's just kicking his little feets. And now he's... oh, never mind. I was gonna say now he's about to take a metal wing to the face, but he did not. So that did quite a bit of damage. That's a Roggenrola on the other side of the field. That's not a Boldore, that's not a Gigalith, that is a straight up Roggenrola that did that much damage. Why are you... what the heck? What? What the... what is your physical attack, Roggenrola? Hello? Like, what? I was laughing at you kicking your little feet, and now you're like destroying me. Like, oh my god. I mean, Wingo is 7 levels lower than you, but I again bring up the fact that you are a Roggenrola? Was this your only Pokemon, or did you have more? Because that's a level 50. That was your only one. Okay, so I don't think we're going to be going higher than like 54, most likely. Like, well, I don't know. Because the thing is, usually there's like 1 or 2 trainers that have, in a gym that have 1 Pokemon, and they have a little less or about equal to the levels of the ace of the gym leader. So, you know, alright. I had a feeling. I don't like how much you can't see each path. I get that's kind of the point, but it's a little annoying. Also, I'm going to go ahead and use some of our lesser healing items to get everyone all feeling good and fine. I'll use a super potion on you, and a super potion on you. Hammond has a lot of HP. I don't think I've ever really pointed that out, but Hammond has like a ton of HP. I never realized that you had so much. Also, just out of curiosity, you like barely reached that level, didn't you? Or am I crazy? Oh no, you just barely didn't. Okay, so we'll see how this next fight goes. We have a rare candy, so I'm kind of thinking I should use that and then start training up Monfrey, although it's seeming kind of unlikely that Monfrey will even get a level before we get to the gym leader. Like, I don't know, I don't remember how long this gym is, but like, we're sure not finding people fast. I had a vision that the battle we're about to have will be different from all previous battles. Seems extremely unlikely. In fact, that line kind of just reinforces. Don't do that. I really should not have gasped like that. I do it every time that my boys come on screen, but it really hurt that time, and it was definitely a mistake. Either way, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. It's very not cool of you to do this to me. But what I was saying is that it reinforces the fact that one of the big complaints with Pokemon is that it's the same game every time. It's funny. That's one of those criticisms where it's like, it may be a criticism of my favorite franchise ever, but I really can't argue with it on it. I really can't disagree. The thing is, I kind of like it because it's the same every time. There's something like kind of comforting about it, I guess. I don't know. So you only had one. I did not look at its level. I did not look at my boy's level. I was too distracted by the fact that it's my boy. But also, Wingo, you probably have like a bunch on the new experience bar, though. Yeah, that's annoying. I think I'm just gonna... It's really hard to say. The thing is, I'm probably not going to use Monfrey in this gym fight. Because, like... Oh my god, get on the pad. He's just too low level. And Psybeam has just sort of fallen off. I mean, yeah, I'm like... I see the super defensive wall of Wingo being a bigger asset than a hard-hitting Pokemon like Monfrey, because when you're a hard-hitting Pokemon, but you are way low level, it's like you're kind of almost invalidated a bit. Like, you know, you'd probably be able to one-shot like the seconds, but what else could you do? You know, if there was like a Machamp, I don't think I would throw you out. I think I would... I don't know what I would do, honestly. If we come up against a Machamp, I don't know what I would do against it. Because none of us are really well-equipped to deal with that. I feel like it would kind of have to be Wingo. I'd maybe just use like an X-Defend, just to try to boost that defense even more, and then we could start going for flies. I don't know. It's unlikely that there will be a Machamp, so I don't need to run through this whole situation. Verbally. Dude, I seriously just like... I don't want to talk about anything other than Crash. I have, like, literally, since I recorded all my videos, last week, I recorded all the videos for the week early, so that I could get Erizo's video done if he sent me one that week, and then play Crash. He didn't send me one, just because there was just no time to get another one done. And thus, I was like, sweet, I got all the time in the world to play Crash when it comes out. I can just sit around and play Nitro Fueled until, you know, when I have to record the next video for the channel. And, that basically means I haven't been doing a whole lot. That basically means I've just kind of been playing Crash for, like, a week. I mean, like, I've had ideas for some other big videos on the way, but I haven't really been starting them, because I just keep being like, you know, I don't know, I'm not sure about this one detail of them, and I want to get that figured out before I start. And then I'm like, oh, well, you know, I've just been kind of like that for a while, and it's a little annoying. Yeah, so there you are. I don't believe there's anyone over here. I think it's kind of, yeah, it just curls up into a little dead end there. So, since this gym is annoying and so long and all that, I think I'm just going to go ahead and heal. I don't think I'm going to bother running all the way back. Plus, we don't exactly have too many moves that are like, oh, you've used all of them, you know, like we don't really have too many of that. And I'm also not sure if I should use the rare candy. I'm kind of thinking no. I'm kind of thinking it's not exactly worth it. Like, I don't know. I could give it to like Wingo or Monfrey. Probably not Wingo. I think Wingo's like halfway to another level. Or I could give it to like Mavis. I'm actually gonna give it to Mavis, I think. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's give it to Mavis. I know that was kind of an out-of-nowhere decision, but I was like, Mavis is really good and really useful, And just want to, we might as well have her be ready. Also, do I want to lead with Wingo? I don't think I do. I think I honestly want to lead with, like, Jeremiah. Like, he's pretty fast, and he can deal with a lot of really bad situations, so we could just go right for the big shot, Anyway, talk to me, Olimpia. How you doing? She's very strange. I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of her design. Primarily because I think the hair thing is, like, weird. Is it hair, or is it... I don't remember, but, like, the weird, like, the U shape across her forehead's weird. Her cape is kind of weird. She has this, like, oddly... I don't know, I don't want to... She's got a weird look. She looks at you weird. A ritual to decide your fate and future. The battle begins. She's also arguably the most boring gym leader this generation. It's like... I know, and the thing is, it's kind of her character to be boring. Yeah, that looks like her hair. That weird, like, U-shaped thing. Skitty, you are not scary. But yeah, she's kind of just boring. It's like the first few all have something interesting, and then Wulfric is a little more memorable. I think Wulfric, when people think of Gen 6, I almost said 5. When people think of Gen 6 gym leaders, I think they think of Karina and Wulfric. I think those are the two that really come to mind. Although, actually, in retrospect, I think that's just me. I think a lot of people would probably say Clement. I just didn't because I really did not watch any of the Gen 6 anime at all. It's a shame, too. People said Gen 6 was pretty good in terms of the anime. But I do wonder if a lot of people felt that way just because there were so few fans of the black and white anime. It's so weird. I watched a little more of black and white than I did of Gen 6. I guess I don't know. I just didn't care. I was just like, it's Pokemon, I gotta watch the anime. And eventually I was like, alright. Eventually I was like, okay. So, just out of curiosity, is nature power changed in here? Because, also, just bonus thought. That stupid thing right there, what is floating there? What is that? What is it? I don't know if anyone has ever said what that is, but it's the most frustrating thing in Pokemon history. I swear to God, because it's like, what the heck is that? Why is that there? Why? What? Why? So it's just like, it's really annoying. And unfortunately, the situation has come upon us where I'm like, huh. This is a scary fighting type that might honestly be faster than Monfrey, because it's going to be so high level. So I'm like, what do I really do? Do I just go for like Wingo and X-Defend? I kind of feel like that's the only play we really have. I should have trained up Monfrey. I don't know. When it comes to offensive and defensive Pokemon, and I have to train one, I am probably almost always... Oh, you're Mienfoo. Why am I doing that so often? I did that like 3 times last episode, and I only called attention to it like once. Okay, I'm like not as scared anymore, so I'm just gonna fly. But that could hurt. I mean, that could hurt, but yeah, it's fine. Okay. Oh, does that... I always forget. Yeah, that doesn't... Yeah, isn't it? I think they both miss when you use Fly, and I was making the argument in a previous episode, or maybe another series, I don't remember, about how High Jump Kick should hit people that fly. Or maybe I don't know. Maybe it already does, and I'm forgetting. I legitimately cannot remember at all. But, yeah. But I don't know why I keep getting Pokemon confused, where I'm like, I did that with, like, Gulpin, I did that with Gibble, now I'm doing it with Mienfoo. I just, for some reason... I think it's just that a lot of evolutionary lines will share, like, the first part of their name, you know? And my brain does that thing where it blocks out parts and just assumes it knows what's happening. It's like a New York into the spring thing. Have you guys, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. I can put it on screen. It's New York in the spring, right? Yeah, it says New York in the spring. Just kidding, it actually says New York in the spring. But your brain is just like, oh, New York in the spring, I get it. And it just doesn't pay that close attention. I think that's what's happening, is I see Mien, and I'm like, oh, here comes Mienshao. And my brain just, like, tunes out the foo. You know? It tunes out foo. And then I'm like, oh, and I get all confused. Hello, Prinplup. Our last encounter with you was less than pleasant, and that's why I'm going to use a legendary Pokemon to drop blasts of lightning onto your forehead and destroy you in one hit. Goodbye, sir. Goodbye, gentlemen. We've got a Grottle. Okay. I don't imagine Grottle can do too much to Wingo. Honestly, I like you, Grottle. I think you get way too much hate as, like, you know, people are like, that's a weird, awkward middle evolution. I think you get way too much hate considering how awkward the other middle evolutions are. But, you know. Ba-boom! Alright, Crunch, that shouldn't hurt too much at all, honestly. Grottle doesn't have the most physical attack ever. Okay, that was a crit. Alright, well, I'll heal up, because we might as well play it safe. But, yeah, that didn't hurt too bad. But yeah, Grottle gets way too much hate. I don't know, maybe that's our question of the vid. What is your favorite and least favorite middle evolution? I could put a card in the corner to that time I made an entire video about that. And you guys can let me know in the comments, because I don't think Grottle deserves it. It's so funny. I mean, I guess, do I really want to spoil that video after I just put a card to it? I guess I won't go into super specifics. I'll just I'll be a little slightly vague. So if you haven't seen it, you should probably go watch it. You know, it was up there. But I can also try to remember to put it in the description, in case the card has already gone away, you know? We beat Olimpia, by the way. I'm just rambling. But, people were like, we could really tell which type you hate. Like, why you hate on grass types so much. Oh, your entire worst list is grass types, dude. Meanwhile, like, grass could not be more of my favorite starter type. I just think the middle evolutions usually suck. But Grottle is fine. I have literally never had a problem with Grottle in my life. I much sooner have a problem with some of the ones on that list. Anyway, now, the Psychic Badge, a testament to your skill, proof of your power. Alright, so she has said like 5 sentences, and I already have the badge. Here it comes. It's the badge. She said like 5 sentences. A symbol of trust, level 90 or below. That's like 7 sentences. Pokemon obey. That's like 8 sentences. We got a really bad TM that I don't care about at all. And they've got like 8 sentences. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And it's like 14, and then only 15 if you count farewell as a sentence. She says less than 20 things throughout the game, and then she's just gone. And all of the sentences are purposefully uninteresting. Like, that's why she's probably the worst gym leader in this generation. Anyway, I'm sure getting the Psychic Badge wasn't too much trouble for you, right, Wade? Oh, it's her. For some reason I thought it was the Flare guy talking to me. That would be kind of interesting if, imagine there was an evil team that, like, they were kind of like the Mafia, like Team Rocket is compared to, but they literally would just, like, send people to watch you and keep an eye on you. So, like, every single route you go on, somewhere on the route, there is a member of the evil team watching you. That would make them really cool and creepy. It'd be like, oh, you know, eventually you'd have to be like, okay, I gotta go stop them, you know. I think I'll challenge you to a daily battle when this trip is all said and done. Seems like the neighborly thing to do. Let's have a rematch. Battling tough trainers is the best way to get stronger, after all. Okay, what could this be? It is the Holocaster. Oh no, Wolverine. I love your movies. Pokemon trainers, I come to you by the Holocaster to make an important announcement. Listen well. Team Flare will revive the ultimate weapon, eliminate everyone who isn't in our group, and return the world to a beautiful, natural state. I don't understand, he's just like... It would have been interesting if they had him go a little more gradually insane, and he wasn't just like, I am world-famous man Lysander, and then suddenly he's just like, I'm going to kill everyone. Unproductive fools are consuming our future. If nothing changes, the world will become ugly and conflicts will raise the land from end to end. I repeat, we will use the ultimate weapon and wipe the slate clean. I'm sorry, those of you who are not members of Team Flare, but this is a due to you all. I don't know what's wrong with the gyro. I don't know if the gyro on this 3DS is broken, or if it's because I have to hold it below a desk to stop the A button clicking. But I was like holding it sideways just to get, you could probably see my arms slowly moving, just to get it to stay centered. Like, what was Lysander saying? Wiping the slate clean, eliminating everyone but Team Flare? Wait, let's look for Team Flare's headquarters. Where could Lysander be? Perhaps he's where we first met him, in Lumio City. That's actually a really misleading line. Now that I think about it, I'm kind of surprised that didn't trip me up originally. Or maybe it did, and I just forget. Like, that's really misleading. If she says, maybe he's where we first met him in Lumio City. We did not first meet him in Lysander Cafe. We first met him in that other cafe. That's a weird little, like... if I was making this game, I would have changed that line, you know? Anyway, now that Wingo is level 45, I'm going to give him the plate. Because we have we have a sky plate for you in here. We'll give that to you. And then, we have a pearl, apparently. I'll go ahead and throw Monfrey up to the front. We have not used Mavis in, like, multiple episodes, have we? Or maybe we used you for, like, one fight? Did we check you? Yeah, you had all the really pathetic TMs, I forgot. I want to sell that pearl real quick, just while I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Also, don't we have a... No, I think I sold the big nugget, I think. I'm pretty sure. Well, okay. I think that's how we have so much money. But it's fine. Alright, let's go ahead and get out of here. We gotta fly back to Lumio City. I always think about... I have, like, this document on my computer somewhere about my ideas for video games. And I don't have a lot of faith that any of them will ever be made. But I do have quite a few ideas. And specifically, for some reason, I'm just, like... I'm really fixated on one right now, and I think it's because of Crash. I think it's because I'm thinking about Crash Bandicoot a lot. I just recently played the first of three Game Boy Advance Crash Bandicoot games, which I had never played before, or even really heard anyone talk about before, and I really liked it. So, Crash is just kind of on the brain, and I have in my brain, for like years now, an idea for my own, like, Crash-style platformer. And obviously I can't really share the details with you in case I ever decide to actually go ahead and try to make it, but, you know. Today our special is Get Out or Else. Bam, bam. Oh, it's a Lumios gang member. That actually is kind of fitting. That actually kind of works. We got a shelter. We've got a shelter. I believe you have really bad special defense, shelter. I think I'm just gonna go straight up for a side beam. I think it'll just finish you off, honestly. It might not? Alright. I was like, you are a shelter. I wanted to say it might not because you are so much higher level. But yeah, Monfrey, it's time for you to get to the big levels. It's time for you to just defeat people. Oh no, he'll find out the password to the hidden door in this cafe is Open Sesame. Oh, today's special is a scramble if you don't get out of here now. I would like, I don't know, I wish there were more, like, puns in Pokemon. I also... You know, I'm not gonna say it. I say things about the trainers a lot in these games. This time, I'm just gonna close my mouth. You all know it. You all know. I don't have to say it. You all know. But we've got a Venomoth now. Who was that? I mean, like, I feel like I'm using, like, Jeremiah for a lot of stuff. But, like, I guess... Are you just bug flying? Or are you, like, bug poison? I never remember. Either way, Mavis should really not have any trouble dealing with you. I think you're just straight up bug flying. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we'll find out. Trust me, we will find out. Steel obviously resists bug. Holy crap, that definitely was a crit. And it dropped my special defense of all things. Alright, well, I'm just not gonna risk that then. And I'm just gonna go to Hammond. So much for fun. I was gonna say we'll find out because I'm gonna rock slide you, and if you die in one hit, you're obviously bug flying. But, never mind. Never mind. Because that was ridiculous. We 4 times resist that. You're doing nothing. I think we 4 times resist that. We at least 2 times resist it. And then I'm gonna heat crash you because you're a bug. You have Psychic. Huh. Oh my god. Holy crap, why did that do so much damage? Are you bug Psychic? What the heck are you? What are your stats? I have never witnessed a Venomoth being that scary. At this rate, he'll figure out there's a hidden door to Lysander Labs. I need to, like, take a second. That was a Venomoth. Oh, dude, holy crap. Alright, my throat's killing me, so I'm gonna really quick get a drink and also heal our Pokemon. Okay, it would have probably been significantly better for my throat to drink water instead of an Arnold Palmer, but it's fine. It's completely fine. Arnold Palmer is half iced tea, half lemonade, if you're curious. Because I did not know that for a long time. I honestly thought it was an alcoholic drink for like years and years of my life, and then suddenly I just saw one on the shelf at a store, and I was just like, oh, it says half lemonade, half iced tea. Okay, never mind. And that was and then I started drinking them, and they're really good. This world will eventually reach the point of no return. Saving the lives of all is impossible. Only the chosen ones will obtain a ticket to tomorrow. Do you want to have a ticket, or do you want to stop me? Show me in battle. Right now? I always forget. Yeah, right now. Ooh, yeah, about that one, Lysander. I don't want to. I forgot about this. You have 6 Pokemon. And you're starting with the Tornadus. Cool. Oh, and it's Therian. Very cool of you. Just so cool. Just so unbelievably cool of you to do that. Alright, Jeremiah. I guess Mavis would have maybe been well, I was gonna say maybe been a better option because we could well, no, never mind. Never mind, it doesn't make any sense. It's like we also resist with Jeremiah, and Jeremiah has more defensive stats and dishes out bigger hits in terms of the super effective hits. First of all, I have not looked too often at Therian Tornadus. I've never noticed your little belly button thing there. That's kind of weird. But anyway, now I'm gonna go for a fat Thunderfang, and I'm assuming you have more special defense than physical just by looking at you, and now you're defeated. Therian Tornadus does not look good. I think Therian Landorus and Thundurus look great, but Therian Tornadus I have really never been a fan of. And I think I want it. You know, I have not used Vacuum Wave even once since we got it, so I think I'm gonna get rid of it. It's like, I kind of don't want it because I usually don't leave you out against things, but we can always change that, I guess? I don't know. Go, Hammond. I completely forgot what I was talking about a moment ago. Aside from that, I thought Thundurus looked better non-Therian form. I don't know. Therian Thundurus is actually pretty cool. I don't know, I can't really tell what the general consensus on, like, those Pokemon are. I was going to say, I think I'm a bigger fan than most people of those Pokemon. And then I was like, maybe not? I don't really know how people feel about those three. I know a lot of people don't like Landorus because he's so good in competitive. But, like, I don't know. Other than that, I have no idea. And that's specifically Therian Landorus, not normal Landorus. I don't know how good normal Landorus is. You know, actually, just now that I'm thinking about it, it actually might be the case that Therian is worse, and that's why people see it in competitive more often. In fact, that's probably the case, huh? That's probably the case, is that people see it in competitive more often because it's in OU, and normal Landorus is in Ubers. I bet that's the case. I'm gonna go look it up, and it's gonna be like, normal Landorus, UU. Like, and it's gonna be like, so much for trying to be smart, Wade. Do I wanna sit and heal up? I kinda do. I kinda wanna just heal up like Jeremiah, and then we'll maybe heal up, yeah, so you probably have Brave Bird. We'll heal up. We'll heal up Hammond. Thing is, this could hurt a little bit. Yeah. How much did that do? 41? No. 49. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I should survive a crit. Just fine. No big deal. That was almost a perfect Moo on you there. Thrash, that's not going to be doing as much unless you crit. That wasn't a crit? Really? Wait, shouldn't it have actually been the same damage? Huh. That's kind of weird. I think they're the same power, aren't they? I mean, I guess not. I don't know. Just heal you up, Mavis. Everyone's getting moo-moos or passing moo-moo all around. Maybe I should have just gone for someone else instead of Mavis, but I don't know. I'm just gonna rock slide you now. I like Rufflet. I like Rufflet a lot. I don't think I've literally ever used a Rufflet or a Braviary, though. I like both of those Pokemon. I think, holy crap, that's a Dragonite. Well, we have not exactly dealt with this scenario in a while. You know, well, honestly, I think the solution is just to use an X-Defend on Wingo. Honestly, I mean, the problem with Wingo right now is honestly not that his stats are bad, but that his HP is bad. I've never known that Skarmory had such a pitiful HP stat. I never knew that. Hurricane. Do I need to worry about that? I mean, it's resisted. It is resisted. I'm gonna go for this. Maybe I should have used the next special defense? Ow. Okay. Alrighty. We got the poison. That's good. That's good. You're gonna start taking some badly poisoned damage. I mean, I can go for one of those as well. I mean, why not? That is a special move, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So we can go for one of those as well. Just get Wingo all bulked on up. And now he'll crit me just to kill Wingo anyway. Boom. Alright, we took that much better. And we're confused. Cool. The question now is, do I want to... Yeah, I was gonna say, do I want to bother curing that? I think I do. I think we should just full restore. Full restore does get rid of confusion, right? I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, I'd say even though it's not a visible status, I'm pretty sure it still gets rid of it. Yeah, Hurricane is really low accuracy. I think it's only like 70. So, have fun with that one, Dragonite. Now I can actually hit you. You know, in retrospect, maybe I didn't even want to hit you. In retrospect, maybe I didn't even want to. Because he might have potions, and he's gonna use one now. Oh, I hope he doesn't have a full restore. I mean, based on... Okay, he doesn't. I was gonna say, based on how much that did, you probably would have gotten into the red even without the steel wing, but, you know. Go ahead and give me the defense boost here, game. That'd be really nice of you. See ya, Dragonite. You a scary lad. We got Noibat. Sure, I mean, we don't have anyone else who particularly wants to, so we'll just have our, we can have our bulked up boy in there. Go ahead and, give you a Moo Moo. I don't know why... Giving, like... The fact that this item is just straight up a drink, you know, like, in the anime, they show potions as, like, sometimes you, like, spray them and stuff like that. Like, it kind of feels weird giving your metal Pokemon, like, drinks. Like, is Skarmory just like, and then you pour the Moo Moo milk in? Like, I don't really know. I think I'm gonna keep Steel Winging instead of flying. Okay. It's also funny, you have two Hurricaners back to back. But, we'll go for Steel Wing just to try to get that defense buff again, because why not? After the Black 2 Randomizer Nuzlocke, I really just don't want to deal with Dragonite ever again. If you want some of the best... I mean, I'll find the episode. I can find the episode and I'll put it on screen. I don't remember... How many cards can you put in the video? I'll put a card in the corner if I can still put one. If you want some good... I'm zoning out completely. If you want some top-tier battling from this channel, some like highest stress situations that we have experienced on this channel thus far, you should go check out the where held items lose their effects. That's actually kind of annoying since I have a sky plate. Yeah, but like, I mean, it's not like we're gonna take this fine. It's just kind of annoying. But yeah, that is the Dragonite episode of Black 2 is like some high stakes, nail biting, amazing stuff. So you should check that out. That whole series, I don't know. I look back on... There are some older series where I look back on them and I'm like, eh. I don't look back on the Pokemon-wide Power Lock with too much reverence, you know? But everything I've done since Moemon, since like this time last year, I have pretty much loved. I look back on all of it very fondly, and it's really nice to just... I don't really have much in my catalog right now that I'm kind of like embarrassed of, per se. Like, there's some stuff that's obviously worse. I have thought about, perhaps... No, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I like keeping the old bad content up because it's just a reminder of where I came from, you know? Your convictions and those of your Pokemon please me. You're here to stop me, but I ask you to wait. I tried to save people in the world with the profit from this lab, but my efforts had no effect. The world was just too vast and too full of fools that I couldn't hardly save through my hard work alone. That's why I decided the only way to save the world was to take it all for myself. I don't expect that I will ever make you understand how I think and feel. Now try to stop the ultimate weapon if you must, but to do so, you'll have to explore our lab and have Pokemon battles with all you meet. Okay. Oh, and as for the elevator key, it's one of the Team Flare scientists you've met on your journey has it. Saving everything. The world is suffering because of this absurd dream. Alright, I think the Lysander fight there is a pretty good place to call this episode. So in the next one, we will go ahead and explore the Lysander labs and do all that fun stuff that comes with that. Hopefully it will take like one episode. I don't really remember how long this place is. I don't recall it taking too long. Here's a little fun fact for you. That first Lysander battle that we just did, I performed that in a Costco. I was playing, so I think I went to lunch with somebody, and when this game came out, like a day or two after it came out, and I was playing it in the car while they were driving, and then I just kept playing it. They had to stop at Costco, and I just kept playing it, and I was just playing it, and I was fighting Lysander in the middle of Costco, just being like, oh my god, this game is so cool. It's the best Pokemon game ever. You know, that's just an interesting little tidbit. But either way, nothing like a just brutal, painful, excruciating cough to go alongside your fun fact about Costco. But either way, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. If you did enjoy it enough to give it a like and share it, I'd greatly appreciate that. And if you want more awesome Pokemon content, subscribing would help us both out. This has been TheSilverSlasher, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.